Hey everyone, welcome back to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we are watching Gangs of Wasseypur. This is part 3. So if you haven't seen 1 or 2 of those parts, well, where do you find that?
You find that link in the description below. That'll take you to a playlist. You watch part 1, part 2, and then you can watch part 3. Easy breezy.
As easy as 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, exactly.
और अगर अब तक नहीं किया और ये वीडियो अच्छा लगता है फिर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और लाइक बटन पर थप्पड़ मारिए।
आपका निकाह सबरीना खानम दुख्तर सोहेब खान के साथ मैं महर 1 लाख के तहत तय किया गया है।
He made him get married.
अरे वो काजी साहब ने मेहर का रकम 1 लाख रुपए तय किया है। अरे कौन देगा?
Wow, this guy's just kind of rolling over. He's not like fighting back or anything.
He's trying to figure out, is there anything that I can do to
एहसान कुरैशी।
Oh, right. Bring in the other name.
अरे क्या? अरे ऊपर बैठो। अरे फिर वही बात। तुमने सुना कि वसईपुर में क्या हुआ? कितने मरे?
12 लोग मर चुके हैं मालिक। वो साला सब एटम बम मारता है। चाकू तलवार से मुकाबला थोड़ी होगा।
सारा सरदार अपने बाप की जान के बराबर नहीं है।
This guy has a way of talking.
the analogies?
उनके पास बम है। हम तुम्हें पिस्तौल देंगे। खत्म करो सालों को। हो पाएगा?
हाँ मालिक।
Yeah, you get the guns, sure.
समय अब वो आ गया था कि कोयले की चोरी अब छोटा काम हो गया था। बड़ा धंधा था ठेकेदारी। लकड़ा लगाने की ठेकेदारी हो या बेकार खदानों को बालू से भरने की ठेकेदारी।
इसमें 32 ट्रक का रेट लिखा हुआ है।
तो खड़ा तो है वो 32 ट्रक।
हमको सारा खदान भरना है, नहीं तो जमीन धंस जाएगी।
धंसेगी तभी तो जाके ओपन कास्टिंग शुरू होगी। जिसका वर्चस्व उसका ठेका होता था। हम अब कोयला छोड़कर नदी किनारे रेत चुराने लग गए थे। रेत से खदान भरने का ठेका सरदार ने मेरे नाम पे लिया और सरदार खुद वासेपुर का बेताज बादशाह हो चुका था। कुरैशियों को मारकर सरदार ने उनको वासेपुर से धीरे-धीरे भगा दिया और खुद असगर के साथ लोहा चोरी के धंधे में घुस गया था। कोयले का चैप्टर अब इतिहास हो गया था।
Now it's just scrap.
Okay.
बड़ा हो गया लौंडा। इधर काम करेगा हमारे साथ?
जी। क्या चीज़ है? लगा लें इसको।
लगाओ।
Wow. Getting into the family business.
It's crazy to just see them just talking openly like that. Like not even trying to be hush hush, just like steal or kill. What do you want to do?
अब वो एक तो बात करना चाहते हैं कहें। एक बार घर आइए ना। अरे आने को तुम आ जाए। लेकिन तेरी अम्मी से डर लगता है।
Yeah.
लेकिन इसकी अम्मी चाहे ना कढ़ाई में हमारा कलेजा डाल के उसको तल दे। समझ गया ना?
So true. Oh! Did his son just take one in the chest? Those homemade guns.
Hey! कितना खाई नहीं खाई यहाँ पर? दानिश?
ठीक है अबू।
अरे जीप लेके आओ। अरे अस्पताल ले चलो।
हम ठीक हैं।
ठीक कहाँ है? अरे ठीक है।
Dude, he just got
चल बेटा चलते। उठा।
अरे असगर चाचा कुछ नहीं हुआ है।
ठीक है बेटा।
The way parents react still like surprises me. His own shot he's not listening to starts slapping him up.
चाबी
Classic.
कहाँ है? मैं डाल लियो क्या चाबी साला सब?
Oh, jeez.
ए डॉक्टर, हमारे बेटे को 2 गोली लगी है, इसको देखो। ए लेटा इसको। लेटा। ए अपने आप नहीं लेटेगा, अपने आप लेटना है, मर जाएगा तो। लेटा।
Oh my gosh. Wow.
क्या हुआ?
अरे लगता है बिजली गई।
बिजली चली गई तो क्या हुआ? ऑपरेशन कर।
अब अंधेरे में कुछ नहीं हो सकता।
क्या अंधे? बिजली चली गई तो क्या हुआ? ऑपरेशन कर।
सरदार भाई, मेरे पिछवाड़े में कोई ट्यूबलाइट नहीं लगी है।
दानिश कहाँ है?
वहाँ अंदर ऑपरेशन थिएटर में पट्टी चल रहा है। जाओ जाके देख लो।
कहाँ?
वहाँ सीधे।
First time they'll be in the same room together.
His little wound brought them together.
Now she'll definitely want to cut him, chop him up to bits. You know, all the double standards though with like him and his wife, like he goes out and he can take like multiple wives and stuff, but then she was about to sleep with a guy and then she would have been really upset about it.
उतरिए मंत्री जी, अब का इनविटेशन कार्ड देना होगा उतरने के लिए। ये सामने गाड़ी खड़ी है जी, इसका पुर्जा पुर्जा खोल दो।
अली जमील आई।
अभी तो गाड़ी का बस पुर्जा पुर्जा कर रहे हैं। अगर हमारे बेटे दानिश को कुछ हो जाता ना, इतना गोली मारते कि आपका ड्राइवर भी खाली खोखा बेच बेच के रईस बन जाता। मजा आ रहा है?
Why did it show up solo like this?
इसमें मुश्किल क्या है? एक मंजिल पे तुम रह लेना, दूसरे पे नगमा। अच्छा चाहो तो रसोई भी अलग अलग बना लेना।
He don't get it.
Oh man, she don't get it. She's kind of the mistress too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
एक काम करते, तुमको भी बीच में से काट देते। एक टांग हमारे पास, एक टांग उसके पास, औजार भी बीच में से काट लेते।
Oh man. That's the difference between Durga and Nagma. Is Nagma would have like grabbed a knife and started cutting him up right there.
पापा कहाँ गए?
जहन्नुम में।
तुम डायनामाइट में आग ऐसे लगा के आते हो जैसे किसी गार्डन में घूम रहे हो।
Oof. She feels that stare. Trishul?
चलिए को से देखते हैं। चलो ना। चलो ना। ऐसा नहीं है टिकट का।
Watch it again? I'm sure that was like a 3-hour and like 20-minute movie, something like that. Right when you leave, you could watch it again.
Yeah.
जाए क्या भैया? नहीं है ना भैया, देखने दीजिए ना। अरे देखने दीजिए ना।
Oh, that's his younger son grown up.
कहाँ संजीव कुमार के घर जाएगा?
जब तक वैद्यरामन जिंदा है, संजीव कुमार ही सब कुछ है।
असली पिस्तौल का मुकाबला हम लोग कट्टा से नहीं कर सकते।
जी? ए बंद करो ना।
बाहर जाओ ना।
क्या कर रही हो?
सफाई।
हम तुमको एक पता देते हैं, वहाँ एक यादव जी करके 2 लाख रुपए में 6 बंदूक दे रहे हैं, असली, लेकिन सेकेंड हैंड। एक एक बंदूक का कीमत 1.5 लाख रुपए से ऊपर है।
2 लाख में छठ हो? इतना सस्ता कहाँ दे रहा हूँ? हम जाएं? भाईजान का तो भी जख्म भी नहीं भरा।
आप भेजो।
Another one gets into the biz. Oh, and he's...
Remember, he's into the drugs and stuff.
Yeah. What could go wrong, right? Oh, is this that same guy?
Oh.
The guy that shot his dad?
He'd be so old now, though. It is.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
It is
What?
him.
Yeah, but is he actually going to deal this time? Going to kill one of his sons. Oh, man, if he only knew. This is the guy that shot his grandfather?
Yeah. Wow.
No words. Just pure business, man. I thought I was going to do a taxi driver thing, the Robert De Niro. Are you talking to me? Who are you, you know?
Who's this guy? Oh, we're going to get him on guns.
कहाँ जा रहा है? घर। कहाँ जा रहा है? बात का है?
Oh, no.
धनबाद। पता सवाल है? एक नीचे। ए पाने। बैंक का सामान देखिए तो
जी।
Uh-oh. Oh, dude.
कहाँ है सब? ट्रेन में चलता है कि पूरा सामान का खदान लेके चलता है।
See, if you would have just like not given the cops any, like made him so mad.
ये साला वो फजलू और उसके दोस्त लोगों को देखे अब लूट मार करते। साला जिसको देखो वही बकैती कर रहा है।
ये कौन रखा है यहाँ? कटोरी, चम्मच, गिलास।
पहले जैसा नहीं है। कोई और धंधा करते हैं।
जैसे कि
रंगदारी। लोग हमको बहुत मानते हैं। किसी को प्यार से बोलेंगे मना नहीं करेगा। ए नगमा, अब फ्रिज में घुस ही जाओ तुम। दोनों को बेच आएंगे, तुमको भी और फ्रिज को भी।
ये सब मछली अब हमारा लोग का है। ये तालाब हमने खरीद लिया है। आज तालाब का एक को मछली चोरी गया ना, तो ही तालाब में बुला बुला के मार देंगे।
It's classic gang style, though. Extortion.
पूरा है ना?
गिन लो।
Uh-oh.
They brought distraction.
Yep.
So he won't count it. Love his retro 70s shirt.
And his hairstyle, too.
Yeah.
It's like taking the Amitabh Bachchan look from the movie, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. Yeah. They all got the 411 going on, and they got their network. This is, I don't know.
Another Qureshi.
गरिया के खुश होंगे तो गरिया लीजिए। झगड़ा चला रहा है, इसको बंद करिए ना।
झगड़ा तुमरे अब्दू ने शुरू किया।
झगड़ा शुरुआत कहाँ से हुआ? ये सब खोजते बैठेंगे तो कभी खत्म नहीं होगा।
कहना क्या चाहते हो?
यही कि हम लोग का मजहब एक है। हम लोग कमा भी तो एक करते हैं, सेम टू सेम। खून खराबा करके काम मिलेगा किसी को, बताइए।
तुमरे अब्बू मानेंगे?
No.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a ruse to get them to lower their guard. So are they hosting him? So they locked this Qureshi in the house? Oh,
they're getting married.
That's why,
and,
because yeah, okay, that's why make love, not war. Like get married to the family. Oh, he's not happy either. I don't think this is gonna end well.
आजकल ये सब मार कटाई का काम धाम बंद कर दिए। मछली बेचने का नया धंधा शुरू किए।
Start
fishy business.
Is it a pun? Is it a joke?
सुनो, निकाह से पहले हम तुमरा को लेने आएंगे, बुझे?
आ जाएंगे ना।
How long was he in there?
Seems like a while though. Oh, the mannequin is creepy.
That is very creepy.
Terrible wig too.
He's like, how is that working? Back to his old self. He got some nice clothes. Oh, no. I wonder if this guy just sold him out and got the same 6 guns and got his 6 guns back from the police.
Maybe.
Remember, he etched one.
Right.
He's gonna
totally did.
Yeah.
It is.
Yay,
oh,
yeah.
dude, you called it. Oh my God, he's gonna be so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have bullets? Because I'm gonna use one right now.
Yeah.
Let's test it out. Because he's done this to other people.
तो हमने समझ में नहीं आया कि 1.5 लाख का बंदूक कुछ इतना सस्ते में काहे बेचेगा, ये तो और महंगा होना चाहिए।
पैसा वहाँ रखा है 2.5 लाख है पूरा बैग में।
He knows.
अब हमका पता चला तो आपके अब्बा का फैक्ट्री है बंदूक का।
There's the defects.
He's gotta take him out, right? He knows what he did.
He's thinking that he's going to come back to try and take him out, so he's...
Yo, okay. Had to be done. It had to be done. That guy, that was some shady business.
And you know, in a way, he avenged his grandfather's.
He totally did. Yeah, he got that revenge. Oh, and he learns this time about the. फिर से आ गए.
पूरा सामान है खोलो नया कपड़ा
पिछला बैग जल वालों ने नहीं लौटाया
रखो आएंगे फिर हम.
He's pretty smart. He learned his lesson real quick. He caught on to the game. Oh, and that guy, he was on the train before too, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe he was the spotter?
Maybe. Well, he's going to push him off the train.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to follow him.
Yeah, wow. He don't quit.
खुदा की रहमत से बन जाते हैं रिश्ते जहाँ जिसका नसीब होता है. क्या बात कही है.
हमसे कुछ गलती हो गया है काम अली.
ये दुश्मन के यहाँ रिश्ता जोड़ के हमसे पॉलिटिक्स बतिया रहे हो तुम.
He did not go quietly though.
अब तो सेहरा भी बंधेगा, बिरयानी भी बनेगी. कबूल है. ये हमका कबूल लेना.
He takes off. I can't believe this guy lived as long as he has so far.
सुल्तान हमारी आपसी रंजिश का फायदा रामाधीर सिंह उठा रहा है. बड़ा गुस्सा समझते. अरे यहाँ पे लड़ाई करने का कोई मतलब नहीं.
छोड़िए.
अरे हमको साथ में रहना चाहिए.
हम मत बोलिए. अपने साथ मत जोड़िए हमको. अरे जाके कोठा खोल दो सरदार के दरबार में. जाओ.
तमीज से बात कर सुल्तान.
तमीज सिखाने कहाँ है? कहाँ है
सुल्तान?
Oh boy.
क्षमा.
बहन हो इसलिए कह रहे हैं. निकाह कबूल मत करना तो माँ कसम गोली मार देंगे.
Oh my gosh. That is dark. That was a really good face that he made. It was almost like eye roll. Oh, from the movie that they watched the movie together.
Mm-hmm.
Or not together, but
yes.
Sorry. Match style for style.
Super cool, super cool. She just came on over to sit down and they can stare into each other's mirrored eyes. And so actually both sons are marrying across the way.
Well, yeah, if he follows through here. Oh, whoa. He just imagined the whole
Wow.
thing. Dang, that guy has some imagination.
Wow.
That was intense.
हमसे निकाह करके तुमने बहुत लोगों की जान बचाई है।
जानती हो, ये सब हमने सिर्फ तुमको पाने के लिए न किया।
The truce was just something that happened as a side piece.
चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, समा प्रवीण हमरी होगी।
प्रवीण नहीं, परवीन।
संतरा को सेब कहने से संतरा सेब थोड़ी हो जाएगा।
Jeez.
सब कितना हरा है ना, हमें हरा बहुत पसंद है।
नेल पॉलिश भी अच्छी है लाल।
हमें लाल भी पसंद है।
अभी तो हरा बोला था।
She likes all colors. You don't have to be just
Seems
one.
like she likes blue too.
Yeah, blue.
Whoa, I just noticed this collar is gigantic. Look
Yeah.
at that. Like
Yeah.
that collar is a shirt of its own.
This goat,
The goat is stealing the show. Oh my gosh. I can't even focus. What are they doing? I'm just on this goat.
हमको लगा
क्या लगा? आपको लगा कि जो मर्जी करेंगे मतलब हाथ लगा लेंगे ऐसे हमको? पूछना चाहिए आपको, परमिशन लेनी चाहिए। किसी के घर जाते हैं तो पहले पूछते हैं कि अंदर आए कि ना आए ना?
Meanwhile, he's still holding her hand.
सॉरी गलती हो गई।
सॉरी का बात नहीं है, हम गुस्सा नहीं हो रहे हैं।
She moved her hand closer.
सॉरी।
Ask.
हाँ, पूछ के रखिए हाथ, कोई मना थोड़ी है। परमिशन लेनी चाहिए।
परमिशन लेंगे अभी हाथ रखेंगे तो।
She's strong.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take after his dad and go for a girl that can hold her own.
और मारना है का?
का है?
अबू एक ठो जरूरी काम
समा के पास।
Maybe. Gotta make a baby.
तो चांची और आसपास के सभी तालाब पर कब्जा कर लिए ये लोग। रोज सुबह इधर आता है तो शाम को लौटता है।
Uh-oh. Did he not retrieve the guns?
Oh, he left it in the same. Oh, he marked. Oh my gosh. How many days has it been? I guess he had to let it get cold, the trail.
क्या साल हो गया नौकरी को? 5 साल। पुलिस ज्वाइन करने का कोई कारण? दीवार पिक्चर में बदला लेने के लिए गुंडा हो गए।
मैं फेंके हुए पैसे आज भी नहीं लेता।
कुछ समझ में आया? सुप्रिंटेंडेंट साहब।
So that guy, I'm confused.
Maybe they kidnapped him?
अड़ुआ बन के मत घुमा करो। अरे उनके आलाप सर है ना उनके साथ।
अबे कल कोई नहीं है।
अबे बैठो, हम छोड़ देंगे।
Oh, the double cross.
Mm-hmm.
In this world, just don't trust anybody.
हेलो। कल डॉक्टर बिना आला के तुपचान से निकल रहा है।
Some code word. It's like I guess a code.
है दानिश।
देर से सोया है।
Oh, pressure cooker.
Mm-hmm.
फजलू का फोन आया था, फैजलवा वहीं सो गया था।
नासिर?
Oh, meaning that they got his sons out of the house, so it's just going to be him solo. The doctor's without a stethoscope.
हमारा नाम क्या है?
सरदार खान।
चलो याद तो है। प्याज काटो। शाम तक आएंगे।
ठीक है।
Comes every day. He has a routine, and
but they interrupted it.
Mm-hmm.
ये हम हैं। अपने अम्मा को कह देना हम आए थे। 10,000 रुपया है। कम पड़े तो बता देना। भिजवा देंगे। अब जाएं।
Man, what a just a strange. He spends a few years with her, a few years with his wife. Like, but he's at least taking care of her. When he left his wife for however long that was, kind of just up and left.
वो निकल गए।
Oh, And Ramandir Singh is definitely got to her like he tried to get to his wife, but his wife stayed loyal, where she is not going to stay. Okay, I get it. I see what's going. The wheels are turning now. Oh, you need to go now. Yeah. Oh, he's totally gone. There's no way he's gonna survive that, right?
Remember he said, which of you fools is not carrying a gun? Hospital, please.
Yeah.
Take me to the hospital, please.
Oh, he's gonna get blood all over the veggies.
Yeah. Oh, I just had a terrible thought. He's gonna be a vegetable.
हमारी जिंदगी का एक ही मकसद है, बदला।
ओए!
अधीर सिंह को बड़प्पन का सीढ़ी चढ़ते हुए रोज देखा नहीं जाता। कह के लेंगे उसकी।
कहानी अभी बाकी है.
All right, so you said there's a part 2 to this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That really, I mean, I want to see the part 2 now.
I mean, I think we have to. I think we're going to go right into part 2. We have to because, so this started, like on the second half, it was getting super Godfather vibes.
Yeah.
You know how it's like generational revenge, and then he
Yep,
comes after
yep.
him, and then it's like families that are like warring, and then
And
you
then
know, the
part of the
Don's on
family
top.
is saying, you know, we got to do something. We're never going to stop at this point. You know? And so someone is trying, and it has kind of that little bit of Romeo and Juliet kind of vibe going as well. Because
Sort of
again,
on
they're
the side.
Yeah, they're kind of on the side, and they're trying to make their families see, hey, you know, we got to get past this. You know, so yeah. I'm really, oh God, it's too late for us to look at
I know,
it tonight.
no, we'll pick this up because when we first started this, I was like, I don't know if we'll watch part 2 or at least not right away.
Right.
Maybe we'll, you know, see some feedback. But man, the way they left this and the second half, I gotta say, this is one of those like really slow burns like that leads up, but then as it just progresses in the story and it brings you deeper and deeper and deeper into the world of all the politics and chaos. And I think part of it too was that we were getting just to know the families and the generations were going by a little fast. So, but by the second half, I was much more familiar with the names of the families and the history and all that sort of stuff. So it started really pulling me in.
We started recognizing people. I mean, I recognized the evil gun dealer.
Yeah, I mean, they'll never know the justice
that
he got.
Yeah.
You know, that Faizal got on him. It's like, oh, because he was the one that killed the dad. So it's like poetic in a way that he doesn't even know. So it's very interesting.
Yeah.
And so we still have to see the downfall of Ramandir Singh. But unless, I don't know, like maybe
I mean, there was so much intrigue, like the fact that his second wife is his wife number 2 wannabe.
Wife number wannabe. Okay, I like that. That's her official title now.
Yeah.
Durga is her
She's
name.
like, yeah, Durga. She's like, he just left. I'm like going, man, that was like total setup. You know,
100%.
You know, so yeah, it's just.
Because she's getting the money, but it shows you that the difference in the relationship, which I think is very clever. It's great writing because when Nagma was given the opportunity, her initial reaction real quick was like, why are you taking money? Like, no, your father's still alive. This is wrong. Like, like very,
she's
very
loyal.
upset.
She's
very loyal.
Very loyal. And I think that's an element here because loyalty came up not only with her, but also the butcher guy.
The Qureshis.
Yeah. And so I'm like going, loyalty is, and I get how people often, I think, confuse loyalty with blind ambition. I mean, loyalty can be the word used for a lot of things, and I think if you actually started talking to someone about what it is, it's not loyalty. It's ambition. It's motivation. It's something else that is not really loyalty. It's just that is what you think is going to get you there.
Yeah. So obedience versus loyalty.
Exactly.
I think because obedience is you're listening to people and doing what you're told. Because maybe there's like something in it that you're being rewarded with or something.
Exactly.
But loyalty is something that maybe you do without any reward. And so Nagma is the definition of loyalty.
Exactly.
Whereas like ambition and obedience maybe is Durga, where on the side she's like, hey, there's also this thing on the side
I can make
here
some
for
cash
me.
here.
So definitely, yeah. And so I think for her, so seeing the way that they're different is a really interesting comparison. Because even when she acted like that, she got so upset finding out that Siddharth was with Nagma and then left and then came back, and then she was so angry at him.
I'm like,
whereas Nagma was just like, hey man, it is what it is.
I know
like,
what you
is
do.
And
it's the way
she just went with it.
Yeah, she went with it and just set her own terms too. At the same time, it's like, these are my terms. You know, I don't care, but these are my terms.
Yeah.
So and I get it. They're all kind of both of the wives are both of the women. Let me just back up because one's a wife and one's not really.
Well, it's a little unclear because I think he did marry her, like Durga, because he can take multiple wives. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think he did.
Okay. All right. So
part of me thinks
even so, it's just this whole bit of they don't feel as though they're getting the deal that they wanted. They were led with one ideal, and he's giving them something else. So it's a bait and switch. And when it's a bait and switch, and you're stuck in the situation, it's I got to make the most out of it.
Are you saying Siddharth did a bait and switch? Because like he was actually pretty good. Like he was caught in the brothel that one time, but then he was trying to stay true. But then his wife is the one that gave him the hall pass, and because then she got pregnant, she's like, you know what, just go out and do like whatever, just wash before you come home. And then so that's the way he was until he went out to Wasseypur. Right. Because once he went to Wasseypur and met Durga, then that was his like kind of like off on the side. Yeah, totally. But Durga knew what she was getting. I mean, like because he wasn't hiding who he was.
True.
And the type of guy he was. So I wouldn't call that a bait and switch. It was just like she wanted the bad boy, and then she kind of locked down with the bad boy and started realizing what that entailed. So anyway, I'm just curious to see how this is going to play forward because, with such a betrayal with her giving his, like whereabouts, location and all that and taking his money plus taking the money from the Qureshis, it's going to be messed up, especially when that cash flow.
And, it's interesting, his sons, the dynamics there, because he has basically 4 sons. So, and it's just how each of them have had their own aspects change for them. You know what I mean?
We have, so the oldest, which has always kind of just seen his dad in the best light and all that sort of stuff and can play both sides, like see his mom, see his dad. But he's kind of like, maybe not the toughest looking guy, like he's more the lover, not the fighter. Like he wants to see like the more business side of things, whereas then his younger Faizal, it was more like he wants to prove himself like to his dad, because he's like smaller and he doesn't feel like he totally fits in, and he screwed the thing up with the gun deal, so he's out to prove a thing. But then also he's kind of more separate from his mom. He doesn't feel that like tenderness from his mom, so he's less that kind of like love guy. I think, and he killed a guy like point blank, whereas the oldest son, so far, his hands are clean when it comes to like killing anybody.
Yep.
So the only one that has bloodshed so far is Faisal, and it didn't even faze him. He just like whatever, and then he just like hung out with his boys, you know, like that same night or whatever. It didn't even like bother him. So
Yeah.
I think that definitely like seeing the sons grow up is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So, well, you guys let us know what did you think, and I mean we're very excited to start part
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
We'll probably start that tomorrow, honestly, because like this is gonna stick on my head, and I really, you know,
I would
need to
not.
know.
I don't want to lose some of the storyline and everything here, because this one is it has lots of little jags and changes along the way and everything, and so I would like to.
Speaking of the movie itself, though, and the direction, before we end things here, is I really appreciate how unfilmy it is. You know what I mean? Like, and we talked about this in the intro before watching the movie, because you know, it's a pretty popular title, and Anurag Kashyap's direction in here, people talk about it a lot, with how he kind of changed the way the industry was going with blockbusters and what is needed, the ingredients in a movie for a blockbuster. Here, we don't have that song and dance numbers, right? We don't have that over choreographed action sequences. We don't have a hero that's like larger than life. You know, it's all pretty down-to-earth, real-world, gritty, dark underbelly of society, and it feels so real. And, you know, so I mean, you get lost in this world because it is so real, and it gets really scary in the fact that this is kind of like the world, you know, because when you watch a movie that's like over stylized and stuff, you're just like, okay, yeah, I'm living in a film world right now. But watching this, it's like, oh man, this is stuff that probably was going on and like happening, especially then.
I
you
mean,
know?
the way they just did the motorcycles, came up on the car and just started shooting, and that was, I mean, there was no choreographing. I mean, there was, but there wasn't in terms of, it wasn't very stylized or anything. It was just raw, and it's put as many holes in that car as you could.
Oh,
okay,
dude, yeah,
and
it was...
and so I agree with you that it is that very raw, and that's exactly the way that sort of stuff happens. There's no music score, there's no dance number and all this other sort of stuff. No over-the-top sorts of things when, you know, that stuff goes down when you're in these, you know, these thug life sort of things.
But a shout out to the music that you mentioned music. The music that is here, it's very interesting because it's like this very traditional, like sounding, like instruments and that sort of stuff. It's not like any sort of like rock band or something like that, right? It's all very traditional flutes and sitars and all of that, and those like clanging.
But I
like,
also
things.
love the lyrics, because at one point I mean, some of the lyrics are just, they have their own ironic play in it and everything, but at the same time, it at one point in my mind, I was thinking, this is kind of like, you know, these reality shows on TV series where something happens and then a current hit song plays that it just aligns with, you know, the feelings or the emotion of what just happened. And I'm like going, that just struck me. I'm like going, that's so cool, because it's a spin on that, and I liked it, because I'm like going, okay, that's kind of talking about, you know, loving and doing all the wrong things for loving. You know, I'm like, okay, and that just happened.
Also, the writing is really good here for the dialect, right? Because in Bihar, the Hindi that is spoken is very different. Like, it's a very different what dialect of Hindi, I guess you could say. And so, I mean, especially Manoj Bajpayee's Hindi, like everyone actually, like how they're speaking it is very different than how someone in Delhi would be speaking Hindi. And so watching this, it also gets me into that world because it sounds so different, the Hindi, that I'm just completely like absorbed in this. And it just sounds so cool to me because I never hear it spoken like that, like those, like it's like a different slang, you know? So it's a very, very, very slang Hindi. And So it almost gives this like another element to that kind of
Kind of
like gang underworld vibe
Different
to me.
world vibe. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So it's like the whole thing is just coming together really well. So that's why I'm very excited. Are we gonna rate this, or are we gonna wait till part two?
You know,
I mean, it's kind of tough to rate because
it
we
is,
know
because
that there's a whole nother part.
Yeah, because I feel as though. So as far as I'm concerned, this is one of those books that it's like if you were reading the book and you came to the end and you're like,
it's like a
page
turner.
And you just get to it and you're like,
okay.
And it's like 2 in the morning and you're like, where's the other book? The next, I got to read the rest of it. And because you don't feel as though the story is finished and you really want to understand how the story is finished. I mean, so I think it'd be really hard for me to rate this. I mean, I could rate it on overall acting and maybe some of the feels and so forth, but I don't think I could rate it as a whole.
Yeah. But everyone is just nailing their role. I mean, you know, now I can see how, you know, Manoj has gone from this role to Family Man role. I mean, the transition.
He got his brains blown out, man. Of course.
Yeah. But no, what I'm saying is that it's so dark and gritty, and so is that. I mean, especially with the language that they're using, you know, and it's kind of rough.
and Family Guy. I mean,
Family Man.
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
That's a very different show.
Yeah, exactly. Family Man. Yeah, because in a way, in Family Man, there is this really dark side, and what happens in his real life as just opposed to his personal life, which is its own conflict and own drama, but something so much more common day that everybody can relate to. Whereas, you know, it's like, okay, your daughter's doing this at school and everything, and then I'm out here shooting up bad guys and trying to keep things from blowing up. Okay, and it's in a way, I can see how that is kind of how he has that twist back and forth of his character. This would definitely have to play into it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us here, and you know, be sure to catch our reaction to the second part. Part two. Wasseypur Gangs of Wasseypur Part 2. Yes. Make sure you don't miss it by turning on all notifications, subscribing to the channel, and share the video. Like button par thappat maro.